Friday Night Blitz. Ryan Lovelace, joined by Andy Jenkins. Goodness, wow. I'm rusty. It's been a while. We are coming to you live on Mix 104.1 and Sports 99.1. We are not on ESPN 101.3 because Bradley and McMinn played last night. So only 2 local games tonight.
And they couldn't work our contracts out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. But give us a call, 423-614-6499. The game that you guys just listened to on Mix 104.1, Cleveland gets the win over Clinton 36-13 in nearly a 3.5-hour affair down at Benny Monroe Stadium.
Yep, that Tigard offense.
I mean, throwing the ball, 40-something seconds left, just rolling with it. 259 penalty yards officially.
Yeah.
That doesn't even count Greg Phillips' inflated penalty yards if you're taking off, pick sixes and stuff like that.
Give or take 350.
I mean, just keep inflating that number. If you're listening to us on Sports 99.1, then you've hung around for probably about an hour since that Walker Valley game went final. They get the win over Notre Dame, 54-24. And then we mentioned last night, McMinn beats Bradley 16-13. You were talking to me about that game before we came on. Just ugly.
Sloppy. A lot of undisciplined football that, I have full confidence that Damon Floyd will definitely deal with that this week, and they'll come back better for it next week.
All right, we got
Tyner.
Yeah, first caller of the year. Let's see what we got. Caller, you're on with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
Hey, guys, welcome to another year of football. You guys are back on. Glad to hear you.
Sorry, can you repeat that? We were having trouble hearing you.
I just got home from the Cleveland game. I was at the Cleveland game tonight, and there was a crowd over at the Cleveland game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your observations of the game tonight.
Started off a little bit. Cleveland started off a little bit sluggish, but of course Cleveland had too many penalties, like always. They're going to have to get better on penalties. Stop making penalties.
Right. That seems to be the tale of Bradley and Cleveland's first game.
They just entirely had too many penalties, and but there was a crowd over. I don't think I've ever seen this many people at the Cleveland game, Hardee, in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, they switched home sides, so they got everybody packed in on the sides. They got the new uniforms, the lights, the high-flying offense. A lot to be excited about.
You just now hit the nail on the head because they used to sit on the east side there where the sun would have set in the west and hit you in the face. Maybe that's the reason people are going. Maybe that's the reason more people are going because they sit in the shade now.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with that hot sun, but something else that was hot. How about the offense? 36 points tonight?
Oh, yeah. There was. And Davis, I think he had I don't know if he was voted the most. I don't know if they voted the most.
Yeah, he got player in that game. Had over 200
I'd say
yards
between
of total
Davis
offense.
And I can't think of the other guy's name, but if you don't care, I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Benny Monroe. I talked to him over tonight a little bit. Benny Monroe, Coach Monroe, and we were talking about the game. And of course, he ain't coached in years, but of course he said you got to give him a chance to get started. But Benny Monroe has been a friend of mine ever since he first started at Cleveland High School.
Yeah, all-time great coach.
Yeah, Coach Benny Monroe. I'll tell you what, man. I think he come to Cleveland in '79. I think it was, and he left in 1976 or 1996 or '97 when he left, I think.
Yeah, he had a great run at Cleveland. Probably didn't throw the ball as much as they do now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, now also a good friend of mine is he was actually the first coach at Cleveland High School, but I'll tell you what though, Cleveland's had some coaches in the years past, but this here new coach at Cleveland High School, I don't know him very well, but I think he's. I heard Terry and them talk about they got some new lights. I've seen the lights working over tonight, what they're talking about and everything, and it's impressive. The way Cleveland's going to start off. I hope. Bradley lost, of course, last night, but Bradley's a team that's going up to do Bradley's going to have to do some rebuilding, I believe.
Yeah, they graduated a lot of seniors. They're young.
Yeah, they did.
But don't count them out. I mean, they're well.
No. I'll tell you what. My understanding is the reason Bradley lost that game because I think their quarterback got hurt.
Fourth play of the game, yeah. Fourth play of the game, Tyler Cook went down with injury to his right knee. So I haven't got an update about that, but it seemed pretty serious in the moment, and our thoughts and prayers are with him.
Didn't Cleveland High School have a player ejected?
I know they had an unsportsmanlike penalty there toward the end. I don't know if the player was ejected or not.
I think he may have been ejected because they were talking about how he's out first half next week as well.
Okay.
Guy I was trying to think of a while ago was Bobby Scott. Bobby Scott. He was actually Cleveland High School's first football coach. Bobby Scott, and I know all of. And my first coach was Lou Underdown when I went to Arnold in '63. Coach Underdown was my first football coach. I know you guys probably wasn't born then.
No, I missed it by a few years. Not as many as Ryan.
So you're under just a bunch of young guys. I am 75 years old. I'm gonna tell my age, and you guys are just still. I mean, you guys are not. I actually played with. I know you know some Bill Emmendorfer and all them guys. Names I played with Ronnie Ware, Bill Emmendorfer, and all them guys. Yep. And anyway. I better get off here unless somebody else called in. I just appreciate you starting another year of football, and let's just hope all three teams does good here in Cleveland.
Well, we appreciate you calling in, and we look forward to hearing from you next week.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, have a good night. So, yeah, I mean, you want to talk about the upgrades over there at Cleveland, new uniforms, Nike now. You see the photo shoot out at the airport, unveiling the new uniforms. Does not get you a little excited? You got new lights.
I mean, we're just now going to Nike. I mean,
undefeated in the Nike era. Is that a statistic? Undefeated with blue and red lights at Benny Monroe Stadium.
Well, hey, congratulations. Let's hang our hat on that.
Does Bradley have? Bradley only has black lights when the lights just go out.
We have winning tradition, my friend.
Winning tradition. Stop the count. What is 1-0 Cleveland gets the win? What's Bradley's record, Andy?
Well, I think there were a total of 13 penalties in the game. There were a total of 7 fumbles between the two teams. There was a lot of mistakes made last night, but that's what first games are for. You learn from it, you move on, and you get better. Thursday night football. That's what happens. That's what happens when you play on Thursday night. Yeah, it's cursed. You can't do that. Everybody's got school the next morning. That's right. Anyways, give us a call, 423-614-6499 before we take our first break. Just going to run through a lot of our scores quickly. As we talked about, McMinn beats Bradley 16-13 last night. Cleveland beats Clinton 36-13. Walker Valley beats Notre Dame 54-24. Polk shuts out Copper Basin 46-0. Soddy and Ray County, they are still playing, but Soddy is up by 2 touchdowns. McMinn Central falls to Signal Mountain 45-29. Ottawa beats Chat Central 40-12. Sweetwater currently leads Sequoia 42-26. East Hamilton beat Hickson 39-15. Red Bank beat Tyner 24-8. McCauley beats CCS 41-3. Marion County beats East Ridge 40-0. Not a lot of close games there. No, I guess that's the takeaway from this week. There were some teams that looked really, really good. I mean, Cleveland's offense looked really good, I thought. A lot. You can see that Tigard has really got the guys to buy into that fast-paced offense, and they're moving it a lot more efficiently this season starting off than last year, his first year. Yeah, I wish we had just a stat on how many plays they ran. I bet it's a ton. I bet whoever their center is, his right arm's hurting from snapping it probably 100, 200 times. Well, and Isaiah Davis had a tremendous game, over 200 yards, total yards, offense, player of the game. Is he? I think he's a senior, right? Yeah, senior. I believe he's committed to Richmond. Okay. So, that's
that.
a player that they're definitely going to miss in their offense next year. He brings a lot to the table, and he can pretty much guarantee a couple touchdowns a game.
Yeah, already talking about next year. Man, we're in week 1.
Well, you know how it goes.
I mean, you're a Bradley guy. I'd see why you'd be looking forward to next year. That's only a joke. Give us a call 423-614-6499 on the other side of our first break. You were listening to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz on Mix 104.1 and Sports 99.1. We will be right back.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Vols, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, and more of your favorite teams. Listen on air.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT Hand-Breaded Chicken Sandwich.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
At Mermaid Mattress, we've been obsessed with helping you sleep better for over 45 years.
And as a mom of a newborn, I understand the importance of a good night's sleep.
What happened to you?
Your grandson.
This Labor Day, we have the best deals on Mermaid mattresses right here in Chattanooga.
Like our memory foam or two-sided anniversary mattress in any size for only $5.95.
And that's only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
Did you know that a large number of student athletes vape, thinking it will give them a boost in performance? But you can't play if you can't breathe. Escape the Vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Jenkins.
Not this time.
So we're back to 500 on the year. You're listening on Mix 104.1 or Sports 99.1. Give us a call, 423-614-6499. Our big 3 local games. McMinn beats Bradley last night 16-13. Cleveland beats Clinton 36-13. And Walker Valley beats Notre Dame 54-24. Give us a call about those 3. Give us a call about any of them. A lot of blowouts in the area. I believe Cleveland's one of our last games to finish, so we're on late tonight. But anything that sticks out to you?
The Walker Valley, man. I mean, Notre Dame is, Notre Dame, but 54 points put up on the board. End of the game with I think a pick 6. The question that I'd like answered is how Notre Dame got 24 points.
Yeah,
because their offense is generally not stellar. So I'm wondering if mop up time second and third string gave up some points. But
so Andy, Jacob, if you guys are moseying back into our listening range, making the trip back from Knoxville, or Chattanooga. I was getting Notre Dame and Knox Catholic confused. But you're back in our listening range coming up 75. Give us a call, or anybody, 423-614-6499. I always feel like maybe this is just because I'm a Cleveland guy, you're a Bradley guy, that we have a lot more question marks about Walker Valley when the season starts. And maybe that's just a little bias on our part, but
just generally just don't know enough about the programs.
Well, here you go. We got a caller. Caller, you're on with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. All right.
You already got your first hang-up of the year.
First hang-up of the year. We are rolling through the first this year. If that was you, give us a call right back, 423-614-6499. But, yeah, I mean, it's an impressive outcome for Walker Valley. Anytime you go out there and put 54 on the scoreboard, you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, Drew Aiken's offense last year in particular, this year starting out great again. They're going to have a really good year, I feel like.
Yeah, and there were kind of questions about that. 2-3 years ago, Walker Valley kind of had a down season after Aiken's first year, and everybody was kind of questioning whether, what it was going to look like. And, a stellar year last year, and then.
Well, even last year, the first five games or so, there was a lot of questions about how effective they were going to be, and they turned things around.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get this caller on. Caller, you're on with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
Wow, I'm just the one that hung up on you. I'm sitting right here through Cookout.
Oh, man.
How y'all doing?
Good, man. How are you? Hello?
He's probably – well, give us a call right back, 423-614-6499. As a younger person, I know how Cookout can get after a high school football Friday.
Get a little excited and hit the wrong button.
I mean, you gotta order, you gotta get the food, you got to deal with high schoolers running around the parking lot. That was me not too many years ago.
With your clothes on, I hope.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Just dried paint underneath the skin. I know. Looking back, I don't really understand the whole painting up thing. You
will never catch me doing that.
No, I mean, I did it for 2 years, and you got paint everywhere. Your car, your house. Mom's mad at you, makes you hose off. At midnight.
If I had the body of a 18-year-old girl, I probably would put the paint on too. But you're a pretty thin fella, is what I'm meaning by that.
Thank you. I'll take it. But anyways, give us a call right back, 423-614-6499. Before we go down the painting up rabbit hole again, running through our scores, McMinn beats Bradley 16-13. And another thing about week one is none of it really matters. I mean, nobody's playing a region game. Like Bradley can, the loss is a tough start to the season, and it looks bad 0-1, but when it boils down to it, it's a non-region opponent.
Right. There's some good games coming up next week, though. You've got Walker Valley is at home against Polk County.
Yeah.
Polk County won big tonight against Copper Basin, 46-0. And then also next week you've got Cleveland going up to McMinn.
Oh, man.
So that should be a good game. I'd love to hear Bo Cagle's comments about Cleveland. He was pretty animated about Bradley at the media day, so I'm sure it'd be a huge win for them to come out, beat Bradley one week, Cleveland the next, start the year 2-0. So
I mean, if they come out, McMinn beats Cleveland and Bradley, we're putting all our eggs in the Walker Valley basket, or else right. Athens is just taking over Cleveland. All right, looks like we got another caller. Caller, you're on with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? This is Andy and Jacob here.
Hey, Andy. Did you hear me summon you guys?
Yeah. You guys are doing a great job at the Blitz. We were listening on the app while we're in Chattanooga, packing up and everything, and we're on our way back, and got you guys on the radio here, and heard you guys talking about everything that's going on, and figured we'd call in and give our take of the game tonight.
So, yeah, and my big question is Notre Dame put 24 up. Was that – I mean, those kind of came late, didn't they?
No, they had 2 turnovers on their side of the field and really just had kind of short yardage to go. Sorry, let me put my seatbelt on before it gets mad at me. Yeah, just costly turnovers on the wrong side of the field, and they were able to get short gains for touchdowns and really kind of buttoned up. They kind of punched us in the mouth coming out of the third quarter, but then Walker Valley just bowed their back, and the run game tonight was pretty sensational.
Which I want to give Notre Dame some credit too, because they don't have a lot of depth, and that ultimately was a huge factor in tonight's game. But they've got some skilled position players on the offensive side of the ball. They're explosive at receiver, explosive at running back, and I was impressed with their quarterback play tonight too. Obviously not the same size up front as Walker Valley, and that was a challenge for them. They couldn't really establish the run game between the tackles. So anytime they did get something going, a lot of credit to our defense for just making life very difficult for them tonight.
Well, how did number 23, my man Braylon Beard, do tonight?
Listen, Jacob and I gave him plenty of love on the radio tonight. He showed up, had some big tackles, had a really big game. So
fumble recovery.
Yeah, fumble recovery early in the game as well. So he was for sure a factor in the game.
I was talking with his dad, Blake, who's a friend of mine, earlier in the week, and he had sent me some huddle videos of him, and the kid's a beast. I mean, he looks like he's gotten bigger. He's, a sophomore this year? So I look for big things from him this year.
Yeah, definitely an athlete, and he looks the part. You know, he looks like a linebacker, and he plays like a linebacker, and is able to really, enforce his will. The defense without Harvey still looked to be the same old defense, just some unfortunate, there's a pick that Michael Wood took back 50 yards and then an untimely penalty that pulled that back, and then they ended up scoring off of that. They turned the ball back over and gave them the ball inside the 5-yard line. So it was just a tough night. Like y'all were talking about earlier, some mistakes that need to be cleaned up. But overall, there was never really a point in time that Walker Valley wasn't in complete control of that game. So really excited about the defense, but man, the offensive line and the run game, we had 2 running backs over 100 yards, had one at 176 yards. Javen Hall is just a stud.
Well, a big win to start the season. You mentioned it, the offense, the run game, 54 points on the board. What more can you ask for in week 1?
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of that credit goes to the offensive line. From the first snap, you could tell it was a mismatch for the Notre Dame defensive line. Just about every play, once the ball was snapped, be it Spencer McCooch, Malachi Martin, or Javen Hall, who ended up with 2 touchdowns and 170-some-odd yards, and McCooch as well was over 100 yards. They every single snap, the offensive line was getting a 2-yard push.
Wow. Big center, Farley, right?
Yeah, Bryson Farley. He's healthy and did a good job tonight. Jeremiah Townsend, who's a all-state wrestler for us at Walker Valley, had a big night on the offensive line. And the Kelly twins, what did we decide we're calling? These guys all have all kinds of long, crazy hair, so we're calling them the Flow Show. The offensive line at Walker Valley is the Flow Show.
Oh man, I wish I could grow it like that.
You were talking about the center Farley. He had a play tonight. I can't wait to watch it on film when we break it down with Drew on Monday. But he had a blindside take him to the bus moment where he drove a guy back to the back of the end zone almost to the fence, and the buses were in the background. So it was just a cool moment. But man, that offensive line is going to be a big part, and the Flow Show is definitely going to be something that we reference a lot.
Well, just a big win for the Mustangs, and we appreciate you guys giving us a call to give us the rundown on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate what you guys do, hanging out late, covering all these games. And, hey, real quick, did you guys ever get a final on that Hardee-Ray County game?
Yeah, Hardee got the win 49-42.
Wow. Yeah, well, Coach Harvey's going to do a great job out there at Ray County. Him and Coach Ashby were a huge part of what the Mustangs did last year with that lockdown defense. So looking forward to seeing those guys later on in the season, and I think they're going to do a great job out there at Ray County.
Yeah, I know Ray County, Walker Valley, that's always going to be a fun matchup. Are you guys hosting Ray County this year?
We were on the road at Ray County.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Hey, former Walker Valley head football coach Ted Lockerbie, a part of that coaching staff. Him and his son Clark.
Yeah, we were talking.
Clark, obviously a standout at Red Bank, and
we were talking about that earlier. Both Lockerbies at Ray County now.
Yeah, so Coach Harvey's put together a really good coaching staff out there. So definitely looking forward to seeing those guys again. And, going into that game, it's going to be a lot of fun. But once the lights are on, those guys are going to want to beat us just like we want to beat them. But then once it's over, we'll go back to being buddies.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, guys, we appreciate you guys taking time to call us and, drive safe heading back up.
No problem, man. Hey, y'all do a great job, and thank you for what you do back at the station.
Thanks, Jacob.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Y'all drive safe.
All right, thanks. Go Mustangs.
So there you have it. Just a dominating performance for Walker Valley. There we go. We got another caller. No, we're trying to get the caller through.
New season, same Keeley.
Did we lose him? Caller, you're on with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. We got you.
Hey, the idiot that called in twice, I was at Cookout and got disconnected from y'all, so I apologize.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for calling back.
We're from Clinton. Our son, number 30 and 77 plays. Honestly, we just want to tell y'all, great game. Clinton's been through a lot this year.
Right.
So we've got to ride it out. But number 30, let's go, baby. That's our oldest boy that plays. But y'all got a good-looking team. It was a great field, a great everything. So we're not from this area. Like I said, we're from Clinton.
Right.
I overheard y'all's radio station. I wanted to call and give you y'all's credit and props.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for 30, though.
Number 30.
Number 30. We got you.
Number 30, Riker Arms. And y'all got a good-looking team. Everybody was I'm actually the drone pilot for Clinton.
Okay.
I do the media and fly the drone. I can't think of his name. He gave me permission to have my own little area. Y'all got amazing people. First time out in Cleveland. So good job, and I root for y'all for the rest of the season unless we see you again.
Well, we appreciate it.
Well, thanks for calling in. You guys be safe going back, and we'll hopefully see you maybe a little bit later in the season.
Yeah, good luck to you guys.
Yes, sir. Number 30.
Number 30. All right. That's always nice to get a call like that.
People actually listen to you, Ron.
They listen to us, Andy.
Us.
Looking ahead for Clinton, they're going at Knox West next week, and then they host Scott, host Campbell County to open the region. They host Powell, and then like Cleveland, they go on the road 4 of their last 5 games. They go at Oak Ridge, at Anderson County, then they host Lenoir City, at Carnes, at Heritage. But
they should win that Heritage game.
Hey, there we go. Heritage. What was the final on that one?
40. No, wait a minute. Let me make sure I got that right. 51-0.
Yeah, 47-0, 51-0. It doesn't matter.
It was a mauling.
Yeah, that's what Maryville does.
Maryville, this may not be a true test of exactly what kind of team they have, but if it is an indicator, everybody better watch out in the region.
Yeah, it's looking like Maryville's with Cleveland being a little question marks there. Bradley having some question marks. Maryville, 51-0 beating over Heritage, but like you said, what does that count for? But anyways, give us a call before the break, 614-6499. We're going to run through our scores. McMinn beats Bradley last night 16-13. Cleveland beats Clinton tonight 36-13. Walker Valley beats Notre Dame 54-24. Polk County beats Copper Basin 46-0. Soddy Daisy beats Ray County 49-42. Signal Mountain beats McMinn Central 45-29. Ooltewah beats Chat Central 40-12. Big win for Ooltewah there.
That is big time for Ooltewah.
Going to be interesting to see how they fare the rest of the year. Sequoia and Sweetwater, they're still going. Let me see if we can get an updated score there. But East Hamilton beats Hickson 39-15. Red Bank beats Tyner 24-8. McCauley beats CCS.
I think that's flipped.
It's flipped? Did I get it wrong?
I think you may have.
Tell me Ooltewah didn't lose, and I had it backwards. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, it is. That's embarrassing. All right, Ooltewah, we apologize. Ooltewah lost 40-12. That makes a little bit more sense, unfortunately. It's week one. Give us a break.
I'm throwing a flag on that one.
Okay, sorry.
Penalty.
I've been a little hostile. I feel
That's
like
unsportsmanlike conduct.
I feel like I have dove more into my Cleveland roots this year. I feel like the prodigal son returning. I've been skeptical of the Raiders, but
so they opened the season 1-0, and all of a sudden you're back. You're telling me you're
we are tied for the best team in the county right now. So Cleveland, Walker Valley, we can all agree on that right now. So anyways, to confirm that, Ooltewah falls to Chat Central 40-12. Red Bank beats Tyner 24-8. McCauley beats CCS 41-3, and Marion County beats East Ridge 40-0. And I think it's about time we take our second break.
Sounds good.
You are listening to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. It is 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, and you're still listening to the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz on Mix 104.1 and Sports 99.1. Ryan Lovelace, Andy Jenkins. We will be right back.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank account's too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today, because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one. And there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great. And their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Place and Andy Jenkins. It is 11:03. We are getting close to Cinderella
Wrapping it
running
up.
out of time. Yeah, we are also getting close to wrapping up. So give us a call, 423-614-6499. This will most likely be our last segment. And, as I was refilling my water, I felt moved to issue a public apology to Ottawa and all of their fans. I apologize for my hostility. Goose Manning, still love you, man. All my friends from Ottawa.
The big city of Ottawa.
I know. I just don't know what's gotten into me.
As Ronald Reagan, Ronald Reagan, how he pronounced Ottawa.
How do you pronounce Ottawa?
Ottawa.
Ottawa. I like a Ottawa. Like the L in there. Ottawa. Keely does not like that pronunciation.
I've heard people do that.
I know. I've heard it too. I wonder what the correct pronunciation
I've heard local people do that. And
I wonder if that's right.
That.
Oh, here we go. Caller, you're on with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
Ottawa fan.
Hey, congratulations, guys, on week one almost done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was just going to give a couple comments about the Bradley game.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't seem like it, though, but I watched it in person.
Yeah.
And the defense is there,
Yeah.
A couple of question marks, but, the game was pretty much driven by penalties. Many yards given. And, they were just battling it out. It was just personal foul after personal foul.
Yeah.
Which, kind of gives into the comments between both the coaches talking about they hate each other. So,
Right.
It really showed.
Right.
And, but there's some bright spots. Tyler's brother, came in, towards the fourth quarter, and they, you could tell they work out together. He kind of, led the offense, and we got a good little combo in the backfield between, I think it's 23 Beard and number 8 Scott.
Landon Scott. Yeah.
They were kind of pushing the ball. Landon Scott. They were running pretty good. Also, too, you got Stovall.
Tyrese, yeah.
He's like 6'8", I believe. I think that's what they said.
Yeah, 6'6", I think.
He looked really good. They got some bright spots. It's just,
yeah.
I think the penalties really just ruled the game.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I feel like that's kind of uncharacteristic of a Damon Floyd coach team. I chalk it up to first game jitters, kind of working out the kinks. But I will say there are a ton of bright spots on that Bradley roster, especially with freshmen. After Tyler Cook went down early in the game, AJ Nash, who was a freshman, who went to my middle school, Lake Forest Middle, came in.
Oh, that's right.
And threw a 27-yard touchdown pass to Tyrese Stovall. He's a freshman, a lot of talent. He can throw the ball. He's also, he can scramble. You got some big guys. You got Will Paisley. You got A.J. Bentley. Just a lot of Paul Stokes. Just a lot of DeWante McMillan, who's another freshman. Just a lot of young talent that, are really, they're getting these varsity reps, and I really feel like that's going to pay off in the long run for Bradley Central.
I think the future is going to look really, really good. I was impressed, especially, like I said, the defense and seeing how, with the backup quarterbacks, like I said, penalties, called back to, a few good plays, but our backfield looked good. I believe Damon said, they're rich in the backfield. They just, and the tight end, can't think of his name, 88.
Brady Lewis, transfer from Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, Brady Lewis.
Yeah, the kid's getting D1 offers already. He's a stud, transferred in, caught his first touchdown pass in the first game. So, we're going to see a lot more of that young man.
I'm trying to think of which one. I was thinking it was Scott. I don't know if it was last year or when it was. I know that I was watching one of the games where they had I think they flew him. I think he broke his leg.
Yeah, Landon did get hurt.
A couple years. I don't know. I think it was last year. I can't really remember. We got a couple of Zane McIntosh.
Yep, Zane McIntosh.
He's a little monster, man. But like I said, I think just like everybody's saying, it's just week one. Everybody's just looking on the fact that they lost, but I was like, that defense was really, really looked good.
Yeah.
And you just got to, quarterback situation is a little iffy, but it's week one. I mean, it'll blow by.
Second oldest rivalry in the state of Tennessee. Bradley had won, I think, the past 4 years. So anytime those two teams play, regardless of what their records are, it's going to be just bust-face football. I mean, just down your throat, aggressive. And I think it played up to that last night, and you could see that with all the personal foul penalties. I mean, the coaches don't care for one another, the players don't care for one another, and they don't care that anybody knows that. So, how did the crowd look?
Yeah, almost like a MMA event. It was actually kind of sparse. I mean, there was quite a bit of seats, especially on the inside. I thought they would show up, more than they did, but I mean, you could, like you said, you could definitely tell these teams do not like each other.
Got Tyner next week,
and they're speedy.
Yep. And that should.
I believe they're real. From what I saw, they're real big up front.
They are big. One of their linemen is actually the brother of one of Bradley's players, Will Paisley. I can't remember his brother's name at the moment, but he's a huge young man that plays line at Tyner.
Yeah, so I'll say we'll have another slugfest next Friday.
Well, we appreciate you calling in, and give us a holler next week. We'd love to hear from you again.
All right, y'all take care.
You too.
Have a good night.
All right.
So you mentioned Bradley hosting Tyner next week, and then they go to Maryville after that. So have fun with that. They host Walker Valley, and then this is what I want to talk about. What is the Innovation Academy? What is it? Who is that?
ING. What was that team last year that we made the cracks about? That was.
We made a lot of cracks last year.
Well, we did, but this was one of those teams that we weren't quite sure they were actually a team.
Oh. No.
They were from
Bishop
Canada.
Sycamore? Bishop Sycamore? Are you
yeah.
Oh, no, you're talking about the team that played McCauley.
Yes.
Or something.
They were from
trying to
Canada,
remember who it
I
was. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what Innovation Academy is. They're in Springfield, Tennessee. I don't know where Springfield, Tennessee is either. Maybe I'm showing my youth.
I don't know off the top of my head either, but I'm going to guess Middle Tennessee.
But anyways, a tough little schedule for Bradley here to start the year. I mean, hopefully you're looking like you can bounce back with a win over Tyner, but then you go at Maryville, and then you host Walker Valley. And, you end the season a little bit better. You go at Innovation, you host Farragut, you go at Hardee Valley, host Red Bank, host Cleveland, at Bearden. But, at Maryville, at Bearden's a tough little region trip there.
Well, the county championship, I'd like to quote Ric Flair.
Oh, boy.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
We got to worry about beating Athens. Cleveland goes up there next week. Give us a call, 423-614-6499. I think we're going to wrap this up. If you're an Ooltewah fan and you were offended by my statement, my name is Steve Hartline.
Direct message me. I can give you his phone number and
take up
address.
All your complaints with me, Steve Hartline.
Face for radio.
Hey,
Steve Hartline.
Steve has a great face for radio, and it is. It's easy to talk trash when he is. Oh no!
Oh no! You speak of the devil, and the devil shows up.
Caller, you're on with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
Hey, good evening. I am calling you guys from Middle Tennessee, and just had to say I got to catch that Bradley game last night, and I would say to Bradley, you got to be fair with that team. You can't judge this year's team by last year's standards. You don't have a Boo Carter in the backfield, and I think that's a key missing piece that a lot of people are kind of making that comparison. Last year was a great year for Bradley. They put a heck of a team on the field, but it's going to be a rebuilding process. And as for Cleveland, we got to watch Taggart here in Middle Tennessee, and this is his bread and butter. I wouldn't suspect that he doesn't have these penalties and all the miscues and all the junk from the first of the season cleaned up coming next season or next week when they make that trip down to Athens. I think that'll be a test of a game, but I believe that Cleveland's going to come out of there with the W.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And just wanted to say good luck to the Blue Raiders and the folks up there, and we won't give Bradley too hard a time, but I think it might be a good game if they play Oakland again.
Oh yeah. How's Oakland looking this year?
Oakland went over to Independence and just flat mollywopped them tonight. It wasn't much of a game. Oakland's going to be Oakland. They've got a great team. They're deep. They're trying to think of one of their players transferred back from BGA back to Oakland in the running back position. So they're going to be, deep in the backfield again. They've got Coach Creasy's son still quarterbacking. So they're going to do well. They'll do real well. They're kind of picked to be the favorites here year in and year out. Like you say, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. I don't see anybody in our district doing that this year. They're going to probably run the table here. But they do have an interesting game coming up with the Texas team where they're going and playing the 5A state champion in Texas from last year. So they're going down there. I believe it's next week to play that game.
Oh man, that's a big boy trip down to the Lone Star State.
I wonder if that'll be on TV.
Yeah, that'll prove to be a heck of a game. It's a great experience.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for us to follow that result and see how Oakland stacks up against some Texas football.
Yeah, I think that'll kind of tell the tale of the tape, and everybody kind of compares Tennessee to Georgia football or Alabama football, and I think this will just be kind of another comparison. You take one of Tennessee's top tier teams and you take them down to Texas and see where we stack up.
Yeah, well, that's exciting next week.
Yeah, but just wanted to call. Enjoy the show. You guys have a blessed evening and good luck.
Yeah, we appreciate you
Thanks
calling.
for calling in.
Yep, take care.
Yeah, have a good night. There we go. I got a little nervous at first. I thought it was Steve Hartline, or then I heard Middle Tennessee, and I thought it was an Innovation Academy fan. But yeah, I mean, Oakland is just that good, and it's going to be interesting to see how they stack up.
Yeah, they're very, very good.
But yeah, it is a good take on Bradley. It's easy to forget how special of a team Bradley had last year. I mean, if you just go down the list, I mean, obviously Boo Carter,
Marcus Gorey,
Caleb Martin. I mean, we could just, you could probably name a few more than I could, but just a lot of studs up and down that roster. And you mentioned how many people they graduated. Yeah. And, McMinn comes in, chip on their shoulder. They get a big win, but It's a long season, and I feel like a lot of times we've seen, we've had this conversation about Bradley. They struggle early, and then all of a sudden they turn into Bradley, and they end up 8-2.
Right.
And we just look like idiots when we look back because we were even worried about Bradley in the first place.
We don't.
I do. There you go. Sorry. But anyways, give us a last-minute call, 423-614-6499. As we wrap it up here. McMinn, as you heard, they beat Bradley last night by a field goal, 16-13. Cleveland, 259 penalty yards. If you talk about net yards taken away by penalty, it's upwards of 350?
Yeah, according to Greg Phillips.
According to Greg Phillips, yes. Just throw that asterisk in there. But despite that, Cleveland gets a win 36-13. They will go to McMinn County next week. Bradley will host Tyner. Walker Valley, they beat Notre Dame 54-24. Who's Walker Valley playing next week?
Walker Valley plays Polk County.
Polk County, that's right. They're hosting Polk County. Natural segue. Polk County, they get the win over Copper Basin 46-0 tonight. Saudi, they get the win over Ray 49-42. Shootout there. Signal Mountain, they go up 28-0 on McMinn Central in the first quarter, and that is enough to hold on to win. They hold on to win 45-29. Ottawa falls to Chat Central 40-12. I was rooting for you, Owls. Sweetwater and Sequoia. Sequoia putting 26 points on the board.
That's a lot of points for Sequoia.
Hey, we're in a new era. I mean, the Sequoia trash talk may be gone now.
Fighting Linger Felts are making a statement.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Here we go. Caller, you're on with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz.
Yeah, I know you guys getting ready to go off. I'm just wondering if you could tell me who was that team that beat Oakland last year? They were from Memphis, I believe.
Let me check that right fast. I don't want to give you I don't want to give you wrong information.
They actually went on and won the state championship, I believe. They were. I was trying to think the name of them. I can't think what their name was.
It would be, if I can get this to load here. It was Houston.
I do think that was it. Houston.
Yep. So
I think that's who it was. I like to see them play Oakland again. That'd be good. But who knows? They may have lost their players. But I heard this guy called in a while ago talking about Oakland. They used to give Cleveland a fit back in the day when Cleveland used to go there and play them. And Cleveland High School was leading them by 28 points. And, of course, Oakland come back and beat Cleveland. And even back in the 80s, they were good. Oakland was.
Yeah, I mean, talking about that last year, that was a state championship game, actually. Houston beat Oakland in it.
Okay, yeah. They looked like a basketball team to me. They were tall, and plus they're out there playing football.
Yeah, but, definitely accomplishment to beat Oakland. They've just been a powerhouse for years.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if they'd meet up again. It would have to be deep in the playoffs.
Yeah. Now Maryville, I think Oakland beat Maryville. I think they beat Maryville for the last 3 or 4 years, haven't they? Oakland has.
Yeah, I believe Oakland's had Maryville's number. I don't know if they matched up last year because Maryville had a down year and didn't make it pretty far. I know Oakland, out of our region, they ended up playing Bradley. And they put Bradley out.
I didn't know if you guys remember or not, but back when Kevin Keith Cobb, '93 went up there and beat Maryville 75-28. That's just when they won the first state championship at Cleveland High School.
Oh man,
it's like
NBA Jam score. That was the good old days back then. I was kidding Dean Monroe. I said I could have coached them boys myself. But,
yes.
75. You got to have. I mean, Cleveland had some talent. Dante Hickey, he was a good player also. And I wish he'd have went on and played for the Mocs. Mocs in Chattanooga, I think he'd have made a name for himself if he had.
Great athlete.
Well, anyway, guys, I'll let you. I know you guys are tired. We'll go home. So, you guys have a good night.
Yeah, not a problem. Make sure to call us next week.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, have a good one. But what is 75 points in 1993 adjusted for inflation in today's game? I mean, is that Cleveland going out and scoring 20 touchdowns?
If that happened today, there would be blasts on social media, like, oh, it's so unsportsmanlike, like, call the dogs off, like, that's,
It's the participation trophy era.
It is. It's your generation.
I completely support trying to score with 1 second left up by 56 points.
Throw that ball.
Throw the ball. There we go. Anyways, give us a call, 423-614-6499, as we run through our scores for the last time. McMinn County beats Bradley 16-13. Cleveland beats Clinton 36-13. Walker Valley beats Notre Dame 54-24. Polk County beats Copper Basin 46-0. Stottie beats Ray 49-42. Signal beats McMinn Central 45-29. Chat Central beats Ottawa 40-12. Sweetwater beats Sequoia 42-26. East Ham beats Hickson 39-15. Red Bank beats Tyner 24-8. McCauley beats CCS 41-3. And Marion County beats East Ridge 40-0. Andy Jenkins, any last words for the night?
Go Bears.
All right, what a way to end the first week of the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. Thank you for listening, whether you're on Mix 104.1 or Sports 99.1. From all of us here at the station, I am Ryan Lovelace, my co-host Andy Jenkins, everybody behind the scenes. Thank you for listening, and have a great weekend.